back by popular demand. We have episode 6 of Warhammer Quest, and this is Rescue the Merchant. So thanks for the positive comments that I've got for the previous episodes. So here we are. There's 4 sorts of quests you can go on. The red one, there's one associated with each of the villages or towns, and here you can see it recommends your level 2. The 2 options I've got which aren't red are rescue someone. They tend to be sort of quite short, and you tend to get a decent amount of money for them. You also have ones that are similarly short, and they tend to be go and kill someone. And then my favourites are go and find an artifact or a sword or a weapon. And the advantage there is they tend to be pretty powerful. All the quests on that level with your characters, and you can either use something, or if it's meant for a class of character you haven't got, you can sell it normally for quite a lot of gold. But they tend to be quite lengthy. So here we are, we've appeared, and the fighters as usual are sort of at the back. So I sort of risk taking them through. I don't normally like being the last move they can make is to step into a new room, because sometimes you can be surrounded by enemies. It's nice to be able to sort of step into a room with lots of moves available, so you can sort of be a bit more strategic in your positioning. But at the moment things are fine. We're just walking through some corridors. Nothing to worry about at the moment. As I said previously, I think corridors are a bit safer. So here we are, our first encounter, and we have a river troll, which is pretty powerful for considering how low level we are. So those sort of archer sort of enemies have probably only got, we'll probably see in a minute, but they've only got a handful of hit points. There we go, 4. Was that river troll from memory? He's got about 58 or something, so pretty powerful. The one thing I've found about them before though is they don't have many attacks, and they don't hit very often. One attack, they do hit, they do quite a lot of damage, but thankfully they don't tend to hit much. So seeing what I can do here, Shadow Bolts doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it's a good area effect. I think we'll see that later when there's lots of enemies scattered around. So it's coming in for its 1 attack, and it hits. Not too bad, and Berserker gets a Berserk, so it gets an extra attack. There he's pinned, I suppose, presumably because of the size of the monster. Yeah, not very good really. 1 out of 2 hits. Now 1 out of 3, pretty rubbish. So he's doing pretty well. Get 2 attacks here with the bow. 50% with that. Don't think I can do much. Quite a low level sort of character, and the only real offensive spell I've got is Shadow Bolt, and because it's an area effect it would actually end up attacking my fighters, potentially damaging my fighters. So I've never used this spell before. It's a bit of a mini teleport spell, so it's a bit of a risk, but previously my magic users does quite well. He gets 2 attacks, and he normally does a reasonable amount of damage. So I thought I'd move him in, sneak him in behind. Though I noticed when I select him, he does say he's got a mysterious disease or something like this, and not quite clear what actually that means. Apart from the fact that, as you'll see, he keeps on missing a lot. So and maybe it's affecting his hitting ability. Yeah, mysterious illness. So unusually, he's always got 3 attacks. He misses all 3, which is very rare, so hopefully that'll only be a limited sort of a longevity on that illness. So he's done a healing, even though he didn't hit, he got detected. Thankfully that worked out okay. He missed, but unfortunately we've now got a load more monsters coming in. Thankfully it could have worked out really bad from a magic user. But actually they all sort of appear from where we've come from, so he's only got 1 extra monster to contend with, so he misses again, 3 out of 3. Very rare. Having said that, my main fighter's just missed 2 out of 2, so what's going on? Oh dear me, that's very annoying when you get down to 1 hit point. But thankfully saved the day. Alright, just checking there was nothing else in the room. So there we are. Unfortunately, he's not managed to wipe him out. Not a lot I can do really. No, so we're gonna see what damage they deal. Yep, one hit. Oh, sorry, it's jumping a bit. I normally record this on a Sunday morning, quite early, because it uses AirPlay sort of so that it's transmitting the pictures over Wi-Fi. So I do it on a Sunday morning where there's not much going on Wi-Fi wise. And doing this actually in sort of a Monday evening, so there's probably less bandwidth available. Anyway, Magic User's hit twice there, so that's quite good. He's cleared that one out of the way. So this fighter's got rid of him. Yeah, so I cleared the way so that he could then go up and try and take these out. He's going to clear that one. See, hopefully if he cleared him, he might have managed to get the other fighter to go through that gap, but there's 1 point left, so that's not going to happen. He can't move now. So my chap's left with 2 enemies. And I think they're going to get their attacks. So I'm using up my magic. So a bit of healing. Again, there's not a lot we can do, so yeah, next turn. So that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Gets rid of one of them. Pretty good there. So I'm going to have to bring him up to try and finish this off. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yay. Shield and a good potion. That was worth it. So now it's going to take a couple of turns to get everyone back together again, ready to sort of move on. I'm using up my magic to heal myself. So right, these 2 characters can be in position, of course. But this is what's going to take the time. But yeah, remember to heal, good. Nothing else comes in at the moment to attack us, so back into position, ready to go through to the next area. Healing again. Oh, bother. Just ready to go through to the next bit and we get attacked again. And the Berserker goes really, really berserk, so he's got no attacks. But notice all these nasty enemies here, so I use the area effect spell. Well, gets rid of one of them and does some damage to 2 others, so that was quite good. So I'm going to use the archer now. Did I do that or did I move someone up? It's like a game of chess this, I'm sure I've said that before. Oh, 2 misses, what a bluff. Right. Get rid of one of them. Almost got rid of him. Yeah, I like going on these quests where you can pick up sort of powerful objects, because the one thing I don't like on the RPGs is you scrimp and save loads and loads of gold and you go and buy yourself a really nice shiny piece of equipment, and then the next monster you kill drops that piece of equipment, and you know that you can sell the spare one, but you're only going to get 20-25% of what you paid. So it's rather frustrating that. So I tend to walk around with maybe some dodgy weaponry and some dodgy armour until I pick up some good stuff, and then try and spend all my gold, especially on this game. Training gets really expensive as you go up to level 8's the maximum on this app, and training gets seriously expensive at the end. So I tend to sort of save all my money for training. Anyway, back to the action. Starting to clear these out now. Yes, now I've got to get back into position again. God. Right, get ready to go through to the next area. Brilliant. No one attacking, so I'm going to go through now to try and sort of get out of this room. Yeah, no attacks. When that winds of magic comes up, you know there's been no attacks. Right then, getting ready for the next area. So I think I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll upload the next part as soon as I can. Cheers then, bye.